Trying to send him packing for the second time. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department.
Batting, right fielder.
So coming to the plate, Socrates Brito. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon.
Center fielder number 28.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down the first baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. No runs, no hits, 1 error so far for Kansas City. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. And this is fouled back and out of play.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. KC down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Raul Mondesi comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Mondesi.
Hey, we got no one here. He's
ready. Here's the first offering. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Now that's a good curveball. That's the old 12 to 6 from midnight to 6 a.m. and he's doing it all day.
Where's the 1 here?
Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Boy, Matt, we're watching him have great success on that exploding fastball at the top of the zone. And I'm telling you right now, you can't catch up to that. It looks great to you coming in, but you have to get your bat in the position to get on top of it, and it's just too hard to do all those things and think you're going to square it up.
Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Standing in now, Bradley Grant, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Here we go right now, fellas.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a looper to left. Upton has a play.
I got it.
2 gone. Stepping into the box, Alton Hurley. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Alton Hurley.
First delivery to him on the way. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
Hey, here we go now.
Here comes the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Royals go down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Ready once again, Jeffrey McNeil. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Jeffrey McNeil.
Nobody here, nobody.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
This is on the ground over to first. And he barely gets to the bag in time, and a close play for out number 1. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in once again, Hunter Dozier. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Semien ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Salvador
now the Tigers
Perez.
have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. No runs, no hits, 1 error so far for Kansas City. High in the air out to center field. Quinn moves over, and the inning is over. KC down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Brandon Drury will bat next. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Pat. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Brandon Drury goes quietly to lead off the 8th. Socrates Brito the next to bat. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far.
Brito.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just a tick behind for a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Striding into the box, Tommy Pham. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled back. 2 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Got him. So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. In now, Bradley Grant. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He's putting together a nice outing so far. It always helps when you get ahead in the count.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
The 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Up next for the Royals, second
in now, Alton Hurley, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Hey, come on now, guys. Sit down now, sit down.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and now the Royals are down to their final strike.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind...
Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Well, when you rack up a whole boatload of strikeouts like he did here, there's not much of a debate to be had. He was fun to watch, and I'm excited to see how he backs it up next time.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base.